My name's Dave, and I'll just tell you a bit about my addiction, then go into my recovery, I think. So yeah, I was always interested in drugs. Even when I was younger, I thought they were quite glamorous. Wasn't really interested in drinking, just went straight to the drugs. At age 13, I had it in my head that I wanted to try all the drugs and shit like that, and probably started out along a slippery road that you're probably all quite familiar with. Drinking cannabis, speed, LSD, all that type of thing. By the time I was 16, I was taking drugs every day. Whatever that was, don't think it was a real hard dependency, but I needed to have something every day. That was my mission. But yeah, led to heroin and that sort of stuff. I was probably taking the opiates quite heavily by the time I was 18. I continued from there, so in total my addiction probably lasted, I don't know, difficult to, when does your addiction even start? Does it start when you're 16 and you're using, or when you start with opiates? Difficult to say, but probably about 15, 16, maybe even 17 years. Something like that. I'm 38 now. Been in recovery for nearly 3 years in August. So yeah, it was a long addiction. What initiated my recovery is, it's difficult to pinpoint. I think because a lot of people talk about a rock bottom, and I hit my rock bottom in England in about my 20s and hadn't started recovery yet. Maybe in a physical sense, but in a mental sense I'd become more and more depressed. Realised I wasn't fulfilling my potential, doing what I was supposed to be doing, and it just made me more and more miserable. It wasn't worth going on like that. I just knew there was something better for us. Yeah, so I've been involved in a number of services over the years, and maybe something in one of those services kind of tipped the point. Been in touch with counsellors, support workers and psychologists over the years. For quite a long time through my 20s, then later on involved with mental health services and smart groups and that sort of stuff. In Edinburgh, I've been involved with quite a few things. Prescribed by CPN in Edinburgh, got CBT, went to fellowship groups, smart recovery groups, had a psychologist, input from mental health services, and been involved with Serenity Cafe. I had lots of periods where I'd get clean for a little while, but I just couldn't sustain it. Small periods of abstinence, but it was not really working for us. Never quite clicking. Never finding the place where I wanted to be. So yeah, what changed is getting involved with the recovery community and getting the support and the feelings from the fellowship stuff. I suppose finding my place. Now I'm working in the field, seeing a future and feeling that there's a future for me. So I've never been able to see that. So I was able to get little periods of abstinence, but never been able to kind of actually maintain it. And I was always getting frustrated, and it wasn't where I wanted to. And I wasn't getting the help to be where I wanted to be. So at that point, everybody was saying, well done, congratulations, slap on the backs, you're fine now. There's a drop off in help at that point. But what's life like now? It's getting better and better all the time. There's ups and downs, but when you look at over the months and months, it's getting better. Strange to think that even 18 months ago I was struggling to sit down and watch telly or look at a book. Things change, and they've changed quite quickly for me. Strange because quite often you don't notice improvements in yourself. You notice them in other people, but not yourself. Looking back, I can see how far I've come and what my life's like. Better all the time. I feel happy. I found my place in life. 3.25 years ago, I was in jail. And I think where I've come from, and since been back into that jail and teaching a recovery course, I met with the Scottish Prison Service about getting some of the folks to come out to Serenity Cafe, and it's phenomenal to think those people trust me now and they can see I'm a changed guy. After so many fits and starts and saying you've changed and all that, to knowing that things really have changed, and touch wood, there's no going back. People can see I've changed. too many people cry wolf about this stuff, but yeah, it's phenomenal.